Well, there are clear signs already that the Andy Burnham honeymoon period has come crashing, screeching to an end. Pretty worrying for Labour that in a national poll, that since Burnham became Prime Minister, you've already seen Reform overtake Labour to regain the top spot as the most popular party in the country. Now, just to give some context, when you look at a former period of Labour domination, so if we look at the 90s going into the early 2000s, you know, Labour absolutely dominated the national polls for years and years and years, sustained periods. So that is certainly what you're not seeing under Labour now, and a party whose membership has sunk catastrophically under the previous leader, Keir Starmer. And Burnham under immediate pressure because under his tenure, thousands more people have already been allowed to cross illegally from France to England. And this was the Labour government being asked about this.
Smash the gangs and try and get...
How many gangs have you smashed?
Well, we've stopped tens of thousands
but how many
of
gangs have
attempted
you
crossings.
Smashed?
Arrests of members of these gangs have gone up, and we've seen...
Well, how many have been arrested then? Let's do that.
Well, Nick, let's deal with the end result of the problem.
Minister,
Nick.
you just said you are smashing the gangs. How many people have been arrested?
Well, there've been a number of arrests, but I'll tell you the proof is in the pudding.
What's the number? 10,
Nick,
20,
hold on.
1,000?
I don't have that number for you, but I have another number for you.
Well, you're not smashing the gangs at all.
But Nick, I have a number, more important number for you, which is that this July is the lowest number of boat crossings for 6 years. We've seen around a 40% reduction in boat crossings
over
this year compared to last year.
Since Mr. Burnham moved into number 10.
And we've got a lot more to do, but there is no doubt at all, as the Prime Minister has said on this issue, that we are heading in the right direction. We are continuing to work at pace.
How can you
to
be
make
heading
sure
in the right direction? 173 people nearly burnt to death on the Channel. How's that heading in the right direction?
Because fewer people are attempting to cross the Channel. Because we are taking action, both here at home, with huge reforms of the asylum system.
How many traffickers have been arrested?
Well, I don't have that figure for you.
Why
but
not?
If you look at the Home Office...
You're the one who said you're smashing the gangs, not me.
Well, thank you so much to Outskill for sponsoring today's video. And we did recently see an example of how powerful AI is becoming when Anthropic had to pull one of their models off the internet, Claude Fable 5. Now, the ban was lifted and Fable 5 came right back online. But this shows you the sort of power you're seeing sitting inside Claude at the moment. And so that's why you should consider joining the Claude Mastery Sprint. This is a full deep dive into Claude. Now, this will be taking place this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Time. A huge number of people across the world have already gone through this. And in 2 days, you'll run deep research with Claude, build your own artifacts and dashboards, connectors that automate boring stuff, even your job search. And you'll get hands-on with Claude Code. And if you sign up now, you'll also unlock 3 bonuses, 50 secret Claude codes, and a complete AI prompt library and a personalized AI toolkit builder. 2 days could change the next 2 years. Sign up for your seat before they run out. See the link below this video, and indeed you can scan the QR code on screen now. Now, remarkably, you did also have a Labour MP and Minister point out that recently there was a case where people were returned to France. Why this isn't happening with every single illegal crossing, I don't know. What we do know is that in terms of the Labour government's one-in, one-out deal, as usual, we've been completely stitched up here. If you look at this deal with the French, only 4% of those arriving are sent back. And by the way, we actually receive more people through this scheme than are returned to France. So, as usual, a completely rotten deal cooked up. In terms of what should actually be done, well, try listening to the man who actually stopped the boats, former Aussie Prime Minister Tony Abbott.
There are 2 elements that are absolutely essential. The first is being prepared to send boats back. If needs be, send people back in unsinkable life rafts, which is what my government did. The second is disrupting these people gangs on land. And largely with the cooperation of the Indonesians. That's what we did. And the issue for the British government is how much cooperation will they get from the French, but it has to happen. By hook or by crook, it just has to happen, because what's happening across the English Channel now is a peaceful invasion.
And of course we saw those shocking scenes out of that Spanish territory too.
And this is where Europe collectively has been incredibly weak. If you lose control of your borders, in the end you lose your sovereignty. And Europe has now tolerated what amounts to a peaceful invasion for over a decade.
And indeed, when it comes to reforms plan at Zia Youssef, in terms of if the French say no, this is his response and what should be done.
What if Macron says mais non? What happens then?
Okay, so as I said in the press conference, we envisage two scenarios. One in which the French cooperate, much easier, better, preferable. But we absolutely in the document lay out a scenario in which they do not cooperate. And make no mistake, if they do not cooperate and they're not happy about it, our Royal Marines will land those illegal migrants back on the very shore which they left that morning as part of a humanitarian mission. Okay, that's what we will do.
Could that be seen as an act of war?
No, it is completely legal. In fact, you have a legal obligation under every treaty that is relevant, whether it be SOLAS or any of the other UN treaties that govern the sea. If you come across a vessel in distress, you are legally obliged, it's not even an option, to pick those people up, to rescue them, which is what this is, and to take them to safety. That is exactly what we would do.
Now also, we've seen in terms of the Labour government, Andy Burnham's government, Ed Miliband, believe it or not, is the Foreign Secretary. And after those ridiculous comments made by David Lammy, very embarrassing for the country, similar sort of nonsense from Miliband over the years. And yeah, it's a little bit awkward, isn't it?
Mr. Miliband, do you still think the President is an idiot, a racist and a misogynist? Sir, do you still hold a dim view of the President, and does it hamper your business?
We're looking forward to our meeting.
Thank you, guys. Are you going to be talking about Ukraine at all? Any sign of progress on Ukraine?
Of course we're going to. That's what kind of question are we going to be talking about Ukraine? Of course it's going to come up. I think that and intergalactic affairs and all kinds of other things.
Now, recently you did also see Reform's Robert Jenrick speaking to the administration there with J.D. Vance, the US Vice President. But in terms of national sentiment, in terms of where the public are right now, the Burnham bounce, yes, it's real, but it may have already peaked, because we have now seen a national poll already with Reform overtaking Labour. And you can see there, Dr. Patrick English of YouGov speaking to the Telegraph, saying that there has been a positive response from the public to Labour's removal of Keir Starmer and replacement with Andy Burnham. But though Burnham leads favourability ratings, he is not hugely popular. And the verdict there that I don't think we should expect a massive surge in Labour support. Now, this is remarkable, I think, that so quickly after Burnham became leader, you've already seen Reform overtake Labour. And in another pollster there, you can see with Opinion, yes, Labour do lead there, but Labour steady with Reform picking up 2 there as well. So that's potentially an early warning sign there that the Burnham bounce may already be over, that the honeymoon period is coming to a pretty quick end. Do let me know your thoughts though on that in the comments below. Please do whack this video a quick thumbs up, and of course as ever, cheers for watching.